So a few videos back, me and my buddy Anders made a couple of axes using some old rusty axe heads that he'd gotten from his father-in-law. We made one axe each, and there's videos about both of those in the description below. And at the end of that video, we said that we're gonna switch axes and then make an accessory for each other's axe. So here I've got Anders' axe, and in this video, I'm gonna be making a holster so you can carry it around. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. Let's get started. So if you haven't seen it yet, go check out Anders' video on how he built this axe. It's really cool to see how two basically identical rusty old axe heads can turn into two so different looking axes at the end. So I spent a little bit of time sketching, trying to figure out how I'm going to make a holster for this. And since the handle for this thing is basically straight all the way, it lends itself really well to go through a loop on the belt and be held in place like that. And then to hold it securely in place on the belt, I want to use another piece of leather that goes around the top and maybe clicks into that little loop here. And the thing I've been going back and forth about the most is how to protect the sharp end of the axe. Originally, I thought I was going to make a separate piece that slides onto the front here, maybe held in place with a couple of magnets, and then attached to the main part with a string. But I think I'm gonna make the whole thing kind of in one part. I've got this really stiff piece of leather that I'm gonna use as the backing here, and then have just a protective piece in the front here that protects the blade as soon as you slide it in. I also want to incorporate that little cool skull logo that Anders has made here, and I've got some cool ideas on how to do that using 3D printing, but we'll talk more about that in just a second. Now I'm gonna first start by making some templates, and then we can start cutting out some leather. Okay, so I made this thing. It's not super pretty, but it should give me a pretty good idea on how this thing is gonna look at the end. And this was both way quicker and way cheaper than cutting into a bunch of expensive leather right away. So like I said, front section here to protect the sharp end, a loop around here that the axe handle slides into, and then this little flap to lock everything together. And on the back side here, the idea is that it will go through the belt. Let me show you. So this thing will go in there, and then that locks in place. Doesn't look half bad. I have a pretty good feeling about this. Oops. Okay, so the next step will be to take this thing apart and then trace it over onto actual pieces of leather. Cut out most of the parts, and it's time to start assembling these. And what we're going to start with is this little guy. We'll make this little loop here where the shaft will go through. We'll glue and stitch this thing together first, and then we'll start attaching the other pieces to this one. Just glued this thing together. Shouldn't have glued the top one. I have to rip this apart because I want to stitch these things together first, and in order to be able to do that, I need to be able to reach the back side here. So, contact cement is pretty strong. So it's now time to attach all these three parts together. And since I'm gonna have to go through all these 4 layers of leather, and I'm not sure that I'll be able to do that with this thing, I'm gonna use a drill and drill some holes instead. So on the top and bottom, we're gonna do a cross to hold it in place, and then we're gonna go once through all of this in a straight line there, and in a straight line there. And then hopefully, if all goes well, these 3 parts should be permanently attached together. Stinky glue time, yay! Aha, one piece. Hey, so far so good. It looks like all the parts managed to end up in somewhat the right place. This part here is intentionally still a little bit long, and so is this little flap. So the last part that I haven't made yet is this front protector bit. And I think I'm gonna make this out of this piece of leather. But just like this cardboard template, it needs to sort of bend around the blade here. And I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna get that bend yet, but I think I'm just gonna try whacking it with a hammer and then see if that works. This thing is really starting to look like something. And although I'm still not great at stitching, I can definitely see an improvement over the first few ones I did. Next up, we need something to keep this floppy piece attached securely here so that it actually holds the axe in once the axe is in there. For that, I have these push button clicky things, and we'll attach one of these to either side, and then we can click them together just like you would on like a jacket or something. But before I attach them, I want this thing to look a little bit more like the skull on here. So I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of Scotch-Brite and maybe some polish to make it look more like the brass skull on here. So all the functionality is basically done, so I think it's time to test it out. I have to say, I'm quite pleased with this so far. There's only one big problem with it right now, and that is that this leather strap completely covers this awesome skull logo. So my thinking is that I'm gonna drill a big hole in the front here to expose that skull once this thing is closed. Look at this thing. We've got the hole in here. I've trimmed off some of the excess material on here, and I've also burnished, I think it's called, the edges here to make them look nicer. And I did that using this here Christmas tree looking spinny thingy. And this thing I actually made out of a piece of oak round stock in the lathe that I turned down on one end to make it fit in the drill, and on the other end I turned this cone and put a bunch of grooves in it so that I can run it along the edges here to make them look nicer. And I literally just use a little bit of water. Okay, so this thing is basically finished. There's only one thing missing. Remember in the beginning of the video, I said I had a little cool trick using 3D printing, and that trick is that I 3D printed this little thing, which is just a copy of this skull logo, which Anders engraved into his axe. So I figured it would be cool to have something that ties both of them together, so I'm gonna put this logo and stamp it on the inside here, so that when you take out the axe, you can still see the logo. And in order to do that, I'm first gonna make the leather wet, and then I'm gonna head over to my drill press and use that as a little arbor press and press this logo in here. Let's see how that goes. Alright, this thing is finished. After I got it all wet, I just made sure to let it dry in a completely flat position, and that seemed to have worked really well because now it's completely stiff and flat again. And look at this, we now got Anders' little skull logo right there. Isn't that pretty cool? And I might have printed my own logo and put that on the back here, so that when you're not wearing it, you can see who made it. Okay, so Anders is on his way over here right now. We'll give this thing to him and then see what he thinks. I hope he likes it.
Oh! Oh! That's you, not me.
It's on the inside. Take it out.
Okay, okay. Nice! 3D printed.
3D printed.
3D printed.
Are you wearing a belt?
No, never. Don't need to.
Don't need to?
So,
Here, I got one for you.
nice workshop.
Thanks.
By hand?
Mm-hmm. Happy?
I'm super happy. Chappell, it's super awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Chappell. It's super good. I like it a lot.
I think Anders enjoys the sheath. Only downside is that it turns out Anders never wears any belts.
No.
So...
But I'll start now.
You start now? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that will be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give a thumbs up on the video if you liked it. It actually makes a huge difference if you do. Please subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time I post something new. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. You're gonna ruin my bench.
No, it's gonna be okay.
What do you mean? It's gonna be okay.
You know when you got such a finer tool, you can't go wrong.
Oh, Jesus.